Hey, baby girls. Welcome back to Ideally, though.
Ideally, though,
I'm your host, Erica, and with me is my hubby, my bestie, my butterbiscoy.
year,
How has your week been so far?
it was good. Actually, I got to hang out with one of the boys. Shout out to T, love you, baby. And
Baby?
and it was a play date. I had to bring the oldest with us. It was supposed to be only a boys' night,
Oh, okay.
but I did bring the oldest with us because she begged me.
I got
And
some me time.
yeah, you did get some me time, so that was
Hmm.
cool. Um, yeah, it was a good time. I mean, I want to try to make this more of a thing. In all honesty, um, it was just awesome seeing the boys, interact and play,
Hmm.
and just being with him. And he's like, all of us in the queue are like we're best friends. So
I think that's the cute thing about having friendships and then you guys have kids, especially if they're around the same
yeah,
age.
yeah, 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 yeah.
They can be best friends or your best friends.
Big, big facts, and I think that's one thing I cherish about the relationship between us for
Hmm.
sure. That's big. That's big for us. But I mean, other than that, man, the week has been good. Work has been successful. I'm feeling good. I'm alive.
Yeah.
My kids are. You are. So
I'm
yeah,
blessed.
life is great. I'm blessed. Yeah.
I'm excited that we're almost to season two of Ideally, though. So we're at almost 50 episodes. It's been almost a year.
It's awesome.
We got some things coming when season two drops.
I'm
So it's
excited.
real basic right now, but we're gonna ask a couple things.
You've so there's already plans in motion and things happen in this under in the back, scenes in the
Hmm.
background and stuff. You know what I mean? So that's been kind of cool to like formulate some stuff and get some things made and
Yeah,
things of that nature. So it's showing some extreme growth. I'm super proud of you,
thank you.
super duper proud of you. This creative venture has been fun, exhausting.
It's been one of those things where I was like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing, but I want to do it.
Yeah,
Let's put all feet in
I
and
think
see
you're
what happens.
grabbing your creativity by the reins. You know what I mean? And you're really finally,
Hmm.
letting off, and that's it's been fun to experience and be a part of, but also to see.
It's like a different creativity door opening for myself. Like I
Yeah,
didn't know,
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm a whole editor, director, chief, like all that. Steven Spielberg, that's me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And I didn't think I was ever gonna be doing anything like that on the back end. So
yeah.
this is
And
nice.
learning it has been tough, but it has been very rewarding.
Yeah, I get like a brat. Like I like fold my arms. I'm like, I don't get it. So, it's been nice for you to be patient with me and be like, no,
There's
take
many
your
ways to skin a
notes.
cat, and we got
Yeah,
it. Yeah,
take your notes. What do we do next? So, I'm excited to see what the next year brings.
yeah,
I can't believe it's already been a year. Like, I came in thinking like, if I have maybe like 25 listeners or something, I'll be happy, and
yeah,
I surpassed that within a week.
yeah.
So
And that's been really, really cool. Shouts out to all of
like,
y'all.
thank you guys so much for listening. Like
For
every week,
sure.
like this voice. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I'm blessed and
Yeah.
I'm happy for the next chapter. So
Solid week so far then.
yeah.
Awesome.
I have a couple of housekeeping things I want to talk about.
Oh, okay. What you got? What you
It just
got?
kind of popped up. So I saw last weekend that Miguel was doing a concert. I didn't know he was on tour or anything, but he's doing a little concert. And we get the artists who like to soar across the stage and through the crowd and stuff
You
and
mean
stuff.
like stage surfing or on like
Like,
wires and things like
yeah.
that? Oh, okay.
So he was lifted by wire, but he actually has back piercings, so they lifted him
Oh, so you
with
got
the.
body mods.
Yeah, I didn't know he did, and it
That's
looked
cool.
very uncomfortable. Like it looked
That's
like he was like,
good.
"These things," like can't wait to taste your skin. Like it
I
was
don't.
like it looked like it hurt. And he even took a picture and put on Instagram of like his white tee
Yeah.
that was like bloody, and I was just like, "Oh, that looked like it hurt."
It's hard to
But
imagine what kind of pain he would be going through, and to have to sing on key.
yeah, because I was like, "Ooh, you got to kind of focus on.
Yeah.
Please don't like pull me too hard." And I don't know, like the things that the artists do for the fans. So I think we should be appreciative
Yeah.
of what they go through. I
Very
wasn't
much
able.
so. Oh wow, that's a little wild. Are you a fan of body mods at
I
all?
don't like
I
that.
think I think they're cool but to an extent. Like the tongue piercing and shit is a body mod.
Hmm.
The nipples and things of that nature is body mods. those are cool. I guess those are kind of vanilla in a way.
Yeah, I'm not doing the back.
But
Come
the
on,
back
back.
hooks or the like ginormous super gauge joints
Like the
and or the
African thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
I'm cool,
it's too much.
yo.
It seemed
It's
like
too much.
a lot of maintenance
I mean, it's good for you. It's good for you.
if you like it,
It
but
ain't for me.
yeah, I
It's
don't
not for
like
me.
it. Um, so I don't know. He took his stay. He probably wanted to up the ante because Usher, he out there stealing your girl.
Oh, well,
So
yeah, there is that, huh?
Miguel probably was like, "Let me. I'm gonna have to up the
I'm gonna
ante."
float above you
Right.
via my skin.
Beyonce be on a horse and on stage. So let me do
You
some.
gotta up the and I mean in Travis Scott you could die.
Yeah,
So
you can a lot of stuff. You can see your maker. Like there's a lot of stuff that can happen. So
There's
Miguel,
shit been
he's
going
trying to
on
stay in the game.
at these concerts, bro.
Another thing I saw was Black China. Now, over the
Okay.
last couple of years, I always see that she posts that she doesn't get enough support,
Okay.
meaning I think financial support from Tyga and Rob Kardashian. She recently has been going through her spiritual journey, and she wants to be called Angela now, and she's got baptized, and she recently posted that she had to get rid of 3 cars because of just being a single mother, beliefs, her morals, things like that. And she reiterated that she doesn't get any child support. Now, for people who've been kind of following the story for the last like couple years, at first we were like, she got 2 kids by successful people in the limelight who got money, especially Rob Kardashian, who come for money.
Mm-hmm.
Why is she in a sense being a single mother having to get it out the mud by herself,
Mm-hmm.
and you guys are not doing anything.
Yeah.
Both living in Calabasas, like enjoying your money. What's going on?
Yeah.
But come to find out, Tyga and Rob both, I think last year wanted to kind of set the story straight and say, hey, the reason why we're not giving child support, and they're like, I'm not giving child support because Tyga said he pays 40K in school tuition. And recently, when she made the post about getting rid of her 3 cars, he said that he has his son King Monday through Saturday.
Mm.
So the post was really with Black China was to say that she was going back to court to modify her joint custody agreement.
Okay.
And he was like, nah. He was like, keep your Saturday through Monday. And no, I'm not paying child support.
Oof.
And what do you think as a man or just think in general about child support? Should he or Rob have to pay child
As a
support?
man, as a father, no,
No.
no,
Why?
because they already have the brunt of everything on their shoulders. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? How much did you say they're paying in things?
Rob Kardashian from what I saw last year, he was paying more. So he, I think, even made a joke like, "Dang, well, like, what school you go? You send into? Because I have to pay. I think he paid like 60K,
So, and then how much would is Tyga paying again?
40K.
40. So,
Yeah,
if I'm already paying 40 to, and then now separately 60K uh, for their tuition and then being in their lives and doing the daddy duty
mm-hmm.
and all this other bullshit for a brunt of the week, there's
Mm-hmm.
no possible way that I'm trying to give you any extra money.
I think people also, if they agree with like China, I think they have to flip it and say she was a man and she was not taking care of kids like a lot of men tend to
Yeah,
do.
yeah,
Would he be? Should he get child support?
right.
No, he
No,
should
he
not.
should not. He should
So.
absolutely should not. Because
Mm-hmm.
technically, if you, I mean, because you can't call Angela, right?
Yeah.
Black China Angela. You can't call her a deadbeat because she was still working and shit at the end of the day, and she
She
had
has her
him. She
kids.
had her kid and still did things, but like when it comes to the custody thing, if we're going to go ahead and go to court and shit and go try to, negotiate factors, cool. One of the things we're not negotiating is child support because I've already done enough.
Yeah, like if I have the kid the brunt of the time, like Monday through that's 6 days a week. I got the kid,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm paying for the most important thing that's going on in their life because King's probably in 5th grade or something
Right,
like that,
right, right,
and Dream is like in 1st grade. So
right,
like school is very important. So they want to probably put them in the best schools they can. This
right.
is a private school, I'm assuming. So why should he have to give you child support for the 2 days
Mm-hmm.
or the 40 hours that you have, or not
Yeah,
40 hours, but like, was it 24 hours, a little bit more than that, 48 hours that you have the
there's no
kid?
way. There's no way I
Yeah.
would be willing to give up. any extra money for that because of me already taking care of.
And I'm assuming too, when they're over at their dad's house,
Hmm.
especially what I see with Chloe's almost like a third parent to Dream, which is, Angela or Black China and Rob's daughter.
Mm.
Like there's not a want for anything. So at that point, if you feel like you need money, it's more so seem like you need it. So what you should do, because I know right now you're probably not as hot as you used to be, you're not booking like you used to be, then you need to downgrade.
Yeah, yeah,
Do
yeah,
like
yeah.
Tyler Perry said, move.
Yeah, that'd be a best bet to start over. It's a
Yeah,
brand new, it's a clean slate at that point, and you're already doing that with the baptism, the name changes,
yeah.
and if you're starting anew, then start anew.
I think the problem is that living in LA, it's the smoke and mirrors. I need to keep up with the Joneses or more so the Kardashians,
Hmm.
and you have high profile baby daddies, so you want to keep that kind of persona. You want to keep the lifestyle persona. You say you don't want to keep the Black China persona, but you want to keep the I live in a nice house and I drive all these cars, but you can't.
Yeah.
It's okay to downgrade, and I think it makes it harder to be in LA, being
Mm.
in California,
Hmm.
and have to keep up this facade of like, well, my son's dad's a rapper, my daughter's is a Kardashian,
Mm.
the only Kardashian technically,
Yeah.
you know. So I got to keep up this lifestyle,
Hmm.
and I can see it on her end being like, well, I don't want my kids leaving from a mansion and then coming to an apartment. Now, no one's saying you have to do that,
Yeah.
but you might have to downgrade a little bit more.
Yeah. And
And
it
they're
could be life
kids.
humbling her at
Yeah.
this point. You know what I mean? I mean, nobody whoops your ass better than life. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
God.
So
So like, that's a sticky situation. But I honestly have to side with the fellas on that one.
I do too. Like I'm about the parent who has the kid the majority of the time,
And they're doing their
and they're
job.
doing their job, and they're not wanting for anything.
Yeah.
You don't need no. That's like me giving my baby daddy some money, and you don't see your kid.
That'd be fucking
I'm like,
wild.
are you kidding me? So you have to look at it not just because she's a woman. Don't do that. Just because she's a woman. No, who's taking care of the kid
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
financially, emotionally,
yeah,
that majority of the time.
yeah. I
So
like that. I like that. All right. Well, since we're talking, all
okay.
right, since we're talking about, I mean, I guess support.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I got a couple of stories for you. They're off of uh, Am I the Asshole? R/ Am I the Asshole? This is from Reddit.
Okay,
Okay.
Reddit.
You're not a real peruser of Reddit, right?
No, I have some people who love Reddit, including you.
Yeah, that
So
would be me. I
I
love
don't. I
Reddit.
haven't. I haven't dove into Reddit. I don't know what the.
I lurk. I don't really
Okay.
comment too much. I lurk, but it's full of just masterpieces of little just giblets of information.
So this is like a Dear Abby kind of thing,
I
like
guess you
writing
can
in.
call it that. It's technically a write in. You're writing into the subreddit, but like the poster is essentially giving a some type of situation that occurred, right?
Okay.
And whether or not the reader is essentially going to gauge, depending on that situation, whether or not they're the asshole in that situation,
Okay.
right?
I'm here for it.
So let's do this. All right. I'm gonna go with, since we're on support, right?
Okay.
We're gonna go with, am I the asshole for rejecting my boyfriend's proposal because I'd lose my health insurance and alimony?
Mm,
Now, this is a female, 44 years old. All right. She's divorced from her ex-husband, who was 47, and she's dating a man, and she's been dating this man for 2 years now, and he's 45. All right.
okay.
There's no cheating involved in any of this. All right. Her ex-husband James, they were married for 21 years, excuse me, in the state of Massachusetts, and as his ex-spouse, uh, she's able to stay on his insurance, like
Mm,
on the group insurance. All right.
okay.
But there are stipulations. The stipulation being is that she's ordered to stay at home and she's ordered to raise her 4 kids. Now they're 21, 19, 18, and 16.
Okay.
Okay. And that she gets child support, life insurance, or the health insurance, and alimony for life up until now she remarries, not the ex, not the husband, the ex-husband. She remarries. All right.
Mm,
So um, basically, they, I mean, we already gauged that they're divorced, right?
right.
At this point, the boyfriend is very much in love with this woman, and she's very much in love with him. So I'll give you a little bit of the story.
Okay.
My boyfriend and I are very much in love, In many ways, I wish I'd met him first. He's empathetic. He's unlike my ex. He values work-life balance instead of running between a private practice and the psych ward at a county hospital. Okay.
Mm.
However, my boyfriend and I don't live together. And besides small presents they give to each other, they always pay themselves visits and things like that. Things are good, but my boyfriend has changed because she had a pregnancy scare.
Mm.
He wants them to be living under one roof and not like divorced parents, all right? Just one roof if she gets pregnant again. Um, so with this, he actually proposed. She said no. At risk of losing her support. Now he's very, very, very upset. And it's causing some tension between both sides of everything in this
Okay.
relationship. So is she the asshole for saying no to
Baby girl, you ain't the asshole. You ain't the asshole. And let me
him?
tell you why. Okay, so it sounds like the ex-husband, he has a private practice, so he getting some of that state coin.
He's got a private practice, and he does go after the private practice to a 24/7 psych ward.
Look at him. He's a humanitarian. So she married right. She married right the first time. She got
That's
four
funny.
kids. Two of them, half of them are adults, and the
Yeah.
other half are still living at home.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, I'm going to keep my alimony, my child support, because I have to support at least half of these kids
Yeah.
up until they're at least 21.
So I ended up reading the story a little ahead of time, right? And in that story, I did not forget to mention, but didn't mention that the boyfriend works at a nonprofit. Okay, so he's not necessarily making all the change or money in the world.
AKA broke.
Okay.
Well, if you comparing, if you comparing, because let's be honest, she used to a certain lifestyle. He have a private practice
Yeah.
and he worked for a psych ward for the state.
Yeah.
He got the coin to give her alimony for life and child support,
Right.
and have her on his insurance.
Yeah.
The insurance probably bomb as hell. I'm gonna be honest. It's a piece of paper. I love you, you love me. I can change my last name if you want to. We ain't got to do this. And she's 44 years old. Why are you getting pregnant? That's another thing. Wrap it up, or tie your
He might
tubes.
want a kid though.
He old. They old.
He might want one though.
And I'm like 44 ain't old, 47 ain't too
Because
old.
he did say that if she got pregnant again, he
Get
wants to
pregnant again.
be there together. You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna get pregnant. I'm gonna go get.
So you advising like to get like tied up or burned up
Yes,
or whatever?
I'm too old for this. I'll be like, sir, I got 4 kids and they all about to. Two of them are probably already gone, and the other two are about to graduate back to back.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go into my next chapter of living my own life. Meaning, I'm gonna need you to. I don't know what job he works, the boyfriend, but I'm gonna need you to get some coin, kind of what I'm used to, so we can vacation and enjoy our latter
years. Yeah.
Latter years.
Yeah.
Until then, I'm going to stay getting my alimony and my child support and my good old health care, because I got to go get these teeth done. I got to, go get, my vagina, checked out and stuff like that. I might need to get a little some. So I'm sorry, but you getting mad at me, I'll be like, it's a piece of paper. Do you love me or not?
It's a piece of paper.
It's a piece of paper, baby girl. Okay. And I know the husband probably feeling a little salty.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Do you empathize with him at all, or can you at least understand where he's coming from with his anger at least?
I understand, because it's his ego.
It's
an ego thing. Like, you want to take care of her, but it has to be under your stipulations, right?
Yeah.
You want to be the one, but you can barely do it.
Yeah.
What does that boyfriend do for a living?
It said that he worked at that nonprofit, but he didn't give any details to what his job actually is. Although all I know is that it was the nonprofit.
Yeah, see, it's a nonprofit. They barely get paid. And this man, he's a doctor in 2 different places, getting some state coin plus his private practice coin.
State coin.
I'm just saying, for her to be able to get alimony and stuff for life, he making some money.
Okay, so my question to you, just finally on this one at least, is she the asshole?
She's not the asshole.
Okay.
Because you is a queen. So I don't know what you think about that. You think she asshole?
No, I actually agree with you on this one.
Okay.
I actually agree with. She's not. She's
Okay.
not.
What's the next one?
All right. Speaking of money, let's go with this, okay? You like this? I mean, we'll see. Am I the asshole for waiting to pay someone back their money?
Oh,
Look at the face.
giving people these damn coins. Stop giving the coins out.
That's great.
Okay, let's
Oh,
see
all
what he
right.
got. What he
So,
got to say?
so this guy, uh, basically his best friend, okay,
Okay.
essentially let him borrow money. We're using the word borrow
Okay.
money to start his life by moving out of state and taking his family. Like it's a brand new family, you know what I mean? They're fiance, newlyweds type of deal, and they're moving out of state. So the best friend goes, "Here's a nice chunk of cash for you." Okay,
Okay.
and with that, the plan originally was to pay them back within that month. Okay,
Pay the friend back.
pay the friend back
Okay.
exactly. However, life happened. All right, this guy
Okay.
lost his job. All right, car broke down. His car broke down. And then unfortunately, his fiance and daughter got into a car accident. They're fine,
Okay.
but they did get into a car accident. Okay. Now this sucks, right? Because um, as he puts it, in order to get his life back together, he realized that his best friend didn't have any real responsibilities. So he was just going to use tax money later, right,
Mm.
to pay him off after he got his life together. However, because of the incident and how his life has been going, because life happened,
Mm-hmm.
the fiance was very depressed, very, very sad, moping around and things of that nature, right? Well, he got her an official engagement ring to help her mood. And he told the ex best friend, quotes, ex best friend now, right?
Now you're rubbing it in.
And the ex best friend got mad, saying that they're not trying to pay them back. And this person feels like because the best friend doesn't have any responsibilities at all and essentially is silver spoon fed, right?
Oh, okay.
And because of the fact that he's been basically vocal with all of the things that's been going on with his life, that she should just understand that he's not going to pay her back right now and it'll come later whenever it comes. Is he the asshole?
You know how I feel about my
I
coins.
know exactly how you feel about your
Let me break this down because this was a lot.
coins.
Y'all ready?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm assuming it's a large amount of money because he had to move out of state
Mhm.
with his family.
I'm thinking so too because out of state moves ain't nothing cheap.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing cheap.
Now, you obviously went to your friend because you knew that they had some coin,
Hmm.
but don't use that against them. Just because they have the money doesn't mean that you shouldn't pay them back and in a timely manner.
Yeah.
Now, life been happening. Okay, you supposed to pay in a month. Okay, you didn't pay in a month. But I'm assuming you say in taxes, so that has been another 10, 11 months. Who knows?
Yeah.
When the
Right.
time you got the money, you could at least been paying this girl back in at least monthly increments,
Something like that would have been okay. I
something.
mean,
Because
shit,
you were
renter
able.
center takes weekly.
I'm just saying because you've been moved out of the state and you've been doing your thing. I know
Mhm.
you you did some Final Destination ass shit and God tried to tried to kill you multiple times. You just ain't dying, so you need to right your wrongs and pay this lady back. And to add insult to injury,
That's
your
great.
ass decide to buy this depressed woman because she's obviously depressed. Your wife or fiance is obviously depressed because of the way things are going financially. That's what
Mhm.
really kind of messes up a relationship a lot of times is the money.
Yeah.
You decide to say, hey, I'm gonna take our last little $500 for rent, even though
Mhm.
we got rent due in 2 days, and I'm gonna pay and I'm gonna go and get you a little ring
You're a fool.
and then go rub it in your friend's face. You may not have meant to do it like that, but the way it was perceived was that you kind of rubbed it in my face that you took my money
Yeah.
or parts of my money because I know I
My
gave you a lot,
money.
and you went to go get a ring that's not going to fix anything. You need to go buy your fiance some antidepressants
Yeah.
or go get a better job, and that's going to make her day.
Absolutely.
It was so stupid to take whatever money that you could have gave back to your friend and you bought an engagement ring. I don't even know how your fiance would have felt about that because if it was me, I'm like, A, we owe somebody money.
Mm-hmm.
B, why spend your money on this when we could have been putting some money on bills for the next month?
Yeah.
Why would you do that? You are the asshole.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Yeah. For real. Congratulations on
You
being
played
the ass.
yourself.
That's fucking great.
Like, come
For
on.
real. Like to be that type of just ignorant. To the like you didn't even try to read the room.
This is what I always say. This is my motto when it comes to coins. Is I don't lend out money that I need back.
So have you had a situation at all, or have you experienced a situation at all where in life where you've given out or loaned out money or had somebody ask, can I borrow, and they never intended on giving it back? Or?
Yeah, I've had times where I've given money back and I haven't, or I've like loaned money out
Mm-hmm.
and they said, "Hey, I'm gonna pay you," and they never paid back.
Mm-hmm.
I always look at things as I'm gonna give out the amount that I'm okay with parting with for life. Like I
Oh,
look at
okay.
things
Yeah,
that
that's smart.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna probably get it back.
Right.
No, people have paid me back, and I'm like, oh my god, thank you. But I always look at borrowing money or giving out money as if I'm not going to get it back.
Okay.
So I would suggest people do that. Like,
Yeah.
don't give out more money than you need, because if you need that money next week, if they ain't got it, how do you think they're gonna get it next week? Is how I always look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And the best thing that that man could have done is pay that woman back in increments, because then it shows good faith that you can pay her back, or
Yeah.
you're at least trying. And then if you need her again, if you're in the bind, she's willing to work with you because she's loaned you money and you paid her back.
Yeah.
When people tend to say, "Oh, I'm gonna pay you back," I'd rather even people just say, I, "Can I have $50? I don't think I'm gonna pay. I just need it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah. Yeah.
need it.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna. I don't even want to put nothing a time stamp on it. I can respect people more like that. But when you say, "Can I borrow? I'll pay you back at this time," and you don't, I just look at it like, okay, well, I'll check it up. Like I gave that money, and I only give him money that I'm willing to part with. That's not gonna mess with my family.
Yeah.
And then I just know next time I won't give you it.
Yeah.
I won't give you any more.
Totally. Totally. Okay. I totally get that. I've been in situations where that I've given out money, but then I've also said I don't expect it back. Don't tell me you're gonna give it back because it's not. It doesn't make me an ATM machine. I'm quick to say no.
Right.
I ain't got it.
I don't got it.
Nah, it's in the Lord's hands now.
Right. Figure it out.
But uh, when it comes to helping, yeah, I'm totally there to do so.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm never there to expect it back because I will hound you for your money. I've kicked in. As the podcasters know, I've kicked in doors.
I won't. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. If I have to chase you for money,
Yeah, I've kicked in doors over
that's
change.
why I only give out what I can. Because if I have to chase you for money,
Hmm.
like I should have never gave your ass the money in the first place.
That's fair. That is fair.
And I'm not an ATM.
Know who you're giving the money out to.
Yeah, I want to, and I would give the shirt off my back for people. Like, if I got it, I'll give it to you. But
Yeah,
it
there's
can
that.
be. I
Yes.
can't be in rotation. I can't be in rotation.
Yeah, it
if
can.
I
This
have
it also can't be something that's routine.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Where it feels as if like, well, what am I getting out of this now?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
you know
just
what I'm
helping
saying?
you.
I'm just helping you.
Like screw my family, right? Or
Absolutely.
and this is the thing too. Just because she didn't have no real responsibility don't mean shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Just because you got 5, 6, 7, 8 kids and you have to move your family across town or whatever or across country, that's your business.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
decision you made.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah, yeah, for
know,
sure.
you pumped them babies in that lady and you decide to want a family. Just because I did the
Yeah.
smart, I'm playing chess, not checkers.
Yeah,
Just because
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
moving the way I need to move, like a responsible adult, don't doesn't mean that I don't need the money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I need my money, but she she is silver spoon, but she not obviously. If she asked me, she probably gave that man some money,
Yeah,
probably thousands of dollars, and it wouldn't be me.
probably.
It won't be me.
And it wouldn't be me.
I'm just saying.
All
So
right. So, final
yeah,
question. Final question. Are they the asshole?
yes, he's the asshole. I wouldn't put that on the wife though. You know, she depressed and then she got a ring
Mm-hmm.
from the pawn shop, and he could have
So
been giving that
he in
money.
particular, sir, you're the asshole.
Yeah, you're the asshole. So that's two assholes down.
Two assholes down. All right. So I got one more for you. Okay.
Okay.
All right, and I think you'll like this one. All right. So, am I the asshole for expressing how disappointed I am and how my husband is not fixing our situation? Okay.
Okay.
Now, this is a woman. She's 36. Her husband's 37. And they've been married for 11 years. All right? And of that 11 years, they've had a shop, and it recently closed down.
Mm.
This is liquidation, so it was sold off. So they had a good chunk of change. And over the last year, from that return, that's what they've been surviving on, basically, right? So that and they're basically their savings.
Okay.
All right? Now, over the past that year, he's gotten a chance to start his life over, career wise, make some changes, make some moves. And he started an entry level consulting job. Now, this entry level consulting job starts at 50K,
Mm-mm.
and it.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Can't even get the plan to land, huh?
We in
But
2023.
it starts at 50K, all right, and he gets to travel via a stipend because of it. He took that job. He got that job, okay? So he would run around, 5 to 8 months out of time, right? And the family's credit is pretty decent, but it's not good enough to get the very good apartments, or at least what the family would be used to, right?
Okay.
In their area. It's not that great, but good enough, all right? So their solution was some type of short-term housing arrangement via his employment.
Okay, so employment kind of
Yeah,
they put people up.
and because they thought they had employment verification, the company would pay for it, and they did. They got approved. That's great. But right when they got approved, that's when the nightmare basically started. Okay.
Okay.
Now, the husband paid for 3 months, all right, in advance for this place, plus a membership fee and a deposit. He saw pictures of the place, but he did not see the exact unit they were going into. All
That's where
right.
he fucked up.
That's where he fucked up.
Mm.
Okay. So he paid the money. It was the reservation said basically in progress for the apartment. All right. And 4 days before they move out, they tell us they can't give it the unit and they need it to transfer. So there's that. That's one. That lands them in a motel though.
Motel 8.
All right. And they get the unit, but the replacement unit is full of cat vomit, dog poop, filthy vents. There's hair on the mattresses. There's problems with the
The
AC
apartment that they were.
that they're
Ooh.
getting,
Mm.
and the water pressure sucks.
So what the husband doing?
All right, so the husband is essentially on calls and things, right, trying to see what he can do to alleviate the problem. Um, but this is a big but. He's not really getting any progress out of any of this, like none at all. And the wife at this point is starting to lose like a lot of trust. Like it's not incremental. It's like chunks full of
Yeah, probably
trust,
because she's
right?
like, hold on, we going down.
Right, right. I mean, from what she's describing, she's underneath and above parking garage. She's got spotty internet. Uh, Elevators are way further than she would like. So like getting groceries and shit like that from the car to the crib has been a complete hassle. Um, and not to mention, his employer is charging them on certain just random fees now that they've incurred,
Oh
so they
no.
have to pay for. She's upset, distrusts, and he's upset because of it. So, to make this less long now, right? She reaches out to her estranged parents because at the end of the day, she's just not having it. Okay. Now, mention I said estranged, they ain't really cool with each other.
Mm.
They hold money above her head because she's kind of, silver spony. She's a little
Okay.
privileged, right? She comes from affluence in a way. Now, uh, the parents let her have a vacation home. So her and the daughter moved.
Okay.
They're gone. She also withdrew basically all of the money, or at least half of the money that was for an account that they used that was just specifically for that apartment and utilities and things of that nature. And she took that and she went. She went to the vacation home. Husband's mad. he wants half that money back. You know what I mean? He wants them to come back. He's trying. He's upset. Is she the asshole for
Mm,
making those moves?
I'm a woman's woman.
You are a woman's woman.
She ain't the asshole.
Okay.
Now, as the provider and the head of your household,
Mm,
if you're telling me stay at home, you had this whole business at one point,
right.
and we probably had a conversation about me staying home taking care of our daughter,
Mm,
and I'll run this business, but then you had to liquidate it. We had a good amount of savings to live off of for a little bit and the money from that. And then you decide to take probably a lower paying job, 50K,
yeah.
which we're in 2023. That's not going to do nothing,
Yeah.
and things keep going downhill and downhill. And I'm assuming that you're busy and things are not taken care of the way I need them to. I'm probably used to a certain lifestyle
Yeah.
and
Quality of life in a way.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the above garage and the elevator, which elevator sounds like it might be a little nicer apartment. I don't know. And but then the cat and the dog feces and stuff like you
yeah.
got me
Yeah.
living from Bel Air to you know
Skid Row.
New Jack City. I'm living with Pookie. So I'm gonna feel some type of way. And if you haven't rectified this situation,
yeah.
then it's time for me to make a move. So, if I had to eat crow
Mm-hmm.
and go talk to my parents because they probably didn't want me to marry you because you're beneath me. And I decided
Jesus
and I
Christ.
decided to take a chance on your ass and you were supposed to prove my parents wrong. You didn't have to go back and talk to them. And now I'm in the vacation home, I ain't gotta pay no bills. I mean, I might give you half the money, but you got a job. Why do you need half the money? You can go ahead and recoup that, right?
Yeah.
Now you're a bachelor low key. So I should be able to keep the money and I got the kid, like
Yeah.
that's me. You got the job.
You're
Now
fine. You're going to find a way to support yourself.
right. I'm gonna take the money because now I gotta figure things out.
Yeah.
You got the job. And until I can get a job
Yeah.
and be stable, I gotta use the money that we have.
Yeah.
Um and a lot of trust is lost now at this point. You're gonna really have to turn this around for me to leave the
So you
vacation
do it.
home
So
on the
you do
beach.
agree with the mistrust in
Yeah,
that. Okay.
with me with coins,
I do.
I'm used to, before we were together, I was used to providing for my daughter and then my two sisters. So at time, that's four people I'm supporting
Yeah.
at a time. So it's me steering the boat, and I feel like I'm very much financially like literate.
Yeah.
So I I have a problem with giving up the reins.
That's true.
And I'm going to test it out and see if you know much about money. If you don't, like, I'm your co-captain.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the moment that you fuck us on the money,
Mm.
and now we living on MLK in Washington, I'm gonna have an issue. Or downtown, downtown under that freeway pass,
Oh
under the
shit!
95.
Under the 95.
I'm not fucking with you again. I'm not.
You
You're
are a
gonna have to
fucking
change.
fool.
You're gonna have to switch it around. So is she the asshole? Hell no. You a queen,
Yeah, I
baby girl.
gotta. I look. I gotta agree. I wouldn't want if we gotten. I mean, we've gotten to a point where we have a pretty good quality of life,
Mm-hmm.
right? And if anything were to happen where it were to change, I know where my bar as a husband and as a father has been, basically set
Mm-hmm.
in that way. And what's interesting to me is that he did not take that. It looks as if, at least, he did not take that into account.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of culpability in that. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be able, as a man and as a husband, as a father, right? Read the room, read the tea leaves. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Understand how some of these people in your family adjust to this change in life. Is it what's best for them? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're out of the equation.
And I
You're
think
not looking at you. There's not four in this. You know what I mean? Or there's not three in this. It's your wife and your child. What's best for them?
men tend to forget that, or they like to say, "Well, hey, like you take my manhood away, or you're demasculating me, and here's your chance to prove that you're the man of the house, you're the leader of your family, and you're taking it for granted. Now she's gonna have to
She
go ahead
has
and
that kind of basically justifies her absolute
mhm.
mistrust.
Yeah, and some people would like to say, and mostly men would like to say, well, you're supposed to love me through rich or poor. She did it for as long as she could.
Yeah,
How long is somebody supposed to? I have a kid. There's differences. We're two single people.
yeah, yeah.
So I could see somebody trying to look at the other side of that, mostly a man. But
Ideally, though.
ideally though, she held out as long as she could,
Yeah,
and now she has to do what's right for her kid, and
yeah.
that's what makes women a little bit different and makes us stronger than men.
Okay, well, look, anecdotally, there's.
It,
Anywho, I agree with you in where, ma'am, you're not the asshole.
she's not that soul.
You did what you needed to do as a mother and took care of your child and made the best decisions because daddy slept out.
Yep, I'll do the same thing.
You know.
Put me in the game, coach. What I gotta do?
And
What?
as your husband, I would expect you to do so because like we got those packages in the back. You know what I'm saying? And those are what matter. You know what I mean?
And
At the
that's
end
what
of the
she
day.
had to do. Like it's for me.
Yeah.
I would get a good job, or I get a job and do what I have to do. And I'm pretty sure that's what she's doing.
Right.
But when you as men tell me not to work,
Mhm.
it's going to take me longer to get back in the workforce.
Right.
And people don't take that into account.
Hmm.
They're like, just get a job and help them out. Yeah, it's not that easy, depending on how long she's been out of work.
Right.
That's why you want
Right.
to keep those skills.
Yes, you do.
If you have to do something that's maybe a nonprofit or do something on the side, start a podcast,
Hey.
do it, and hopefully you get some coins from it. So you know that
Yeah.
you're gonna be straight. But I hear that sometimes, and it's usually from men. Well, you can be getting a job, but
Yeah.
how long has this man told her to be out of work? It's probably been years. She's been
Hmm.
there just, and we have to think about those things too. If it wasn't for women staying at home, or kids wouldn't be baths wouldn't be taken, kids wouldn't be going to school, getting homework done, things that you can't do because you're in meetings, you're
Yeah.
out on the road, things like that. So
Yeah.
there is a big thing when it comes to
Foundational stuff for the household. Yeah.
housewives.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I really like those Reddit "Am I the asshole" stories.
I'm glad you did.
We might have to kind of reconvene and come back to that.
I'll bring some more to the table for you.
Yeah. Do you have any last words of wisdom you want to give to the baby girls before we leave?
Don't be a fucking asshole.
That we asshole.
Don't be an asshole. I mean, clearly the stories,
Get your coins, baby girls.
get your coins. Don't be an asshole. That's mine.
Okay, well, remember, you guys, we drop our audio every new episode every Friday on all streaming platforms. So anywhere you get your podcasts or listen to your podcast.
Mm.
And our visuals come out every Sunday. So make sure you go to YouTube at Ideally Though Pod, like, subscribe, hit the bell.
Comment.
Yeah, comment.
Share them shit.
Be nice, because if you're not, I might, come for you, because I'm not that girl.
Yo, shout out to those who are actually commenting.
Yeah.
And liking it. That's
Yeah.
kind of cool, and I appreciate it. We see it. We love y'all.
Yeah, because I'm liking it and stuff like that. Yeah. So I mean, as long as you're not being an asshole, because you'll fuck around and find out. But I'm here to chat.
Yeah.
In the comments, so it's whatever.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you guys again so much for listening. You guys have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye.
Yeah.